What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob. So I'm taking Scotty from the Scotch Test Dummies challenge finally after so long, and I'm going to do my top 6 Go Back To Whiskeys. Number 6 is the GLENDRONACH 12-year-old. Now, this has recently been dropped to $70 at the LCBO. It's temporary, but at $70 Canadian, this is an excellent daily dram. It's 43%, but unlike most whiskeys that are 43%, this one is unchill filtered, no added color. It's got a mix of PX and Oloroso sherry casks. Honestly, great bang for your buck. Number 5 is the Lagavulin 12-year-old cask strength. I don't care if it's the 2016, the 2017. Those are the two I've tried so far. I've tried older expressions as well of this. It's awesome stuff. It's cask strength, so maybe it's not the easiest everyday sipper, but if you're only going to have one that night, that's a great one to go to. That's one I always go to. The bottles finish pretty quick. So, Lagavulin 12-year-old. I've talked about this next one many times. Number 4 is the Highland Park 12-year-old. Again, $70 at the LCBO. Just recently been dropped to $65 for the holiday season. Excellent value for what you're getting. It's 43%. It's got a touch of peat. Nice sherry cask, ex-bourbon balance. I love it. Really good stuff for every day. Number 3 is probably going to be a surprise for most people. It's the ANCNOC 18-year-old. Honestly, I had a bottle of this and whistled through it way too quickly. I've replaced it since. It's awesome stuff. I really enjoy this whiskey. I think it's got an excellent balance of stuff. It's 46%. It's a mix of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. Just awesome whiskey. ANCNOC is one of those very underrated distilleries that people need to start recognizing a little bit more. Number 2 is the SPRINGBANK 12-year-old cask strength. Honestly, I can't say enough about this whiskey. I've bragged about it in pretty much every single video I've had an opportunity to. It's beautiful stuff. It's, depending on which year you get, it's batch by batch, but for the most part it tends to be ex-bourbon and ex-sherry. Some years are just ex-bourbon. Really high quality stuff. I love that SPRINGBANK mist. Some of the 12-year-olds are a little bit more peated than others, but for the most part it's lightly peated. Just really nice stuff. Check it out. Number 1 comes from probably my favorite distillery. It's been my biggest shock when I got onto this channel because of how much I love their whiskey. I hadn't tried a GLENGOYNE before I started Whiskey in the Six, and it's rather unfortunate because I probably could have got the GLENGOYNE stuff for a lot cheaper back in those days, but the GLENGOYNE 18 is my number 1 Go Back To whiskey. I just always have to have a bottle of this ready. It's one of my favorite easy drinking whiskeys. 43%, so it's not a high ABV, but there's no color added. It's mostly sherry casks. I just love the whole philosophy around the GLENGOYNE distillery. GLENGOYNE uses the expression unhurried since 1833, and honestly, it just exemplifies how much quality goes into this whiskey. They don't care to rush a whiskey. They don't care to throw together something to market it. They're just putting out quality whiskey at a reasonable price, and who can argue with that? Honestly, when the show's all over and I decide to hang up the proverbial mitts when it comes to Whiskey in the Six, I'm probably going to buy myself a case of GLENGOYNE 18-year-old and just slowly enjoy it over the years. I think I've done enough gushing for the day, so I'm going to end it there. If you like this video, guys, hit the thumbs up. If you really like the video and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. You guys can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you guys can leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Cheers.